Hello, 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 hello. What's going on out there in radio land? The song is over.
Oh, yeah.
The song is over.
Yeah.
Wow, Walter.
I like that song.
Yeah, we like the song when the song is singing it.
Not when Wild Water singing it.
Precisely. What's going on out there in radio land? You're listening to your host, Lamar Bowers, live from WCLM, the heart and soul of the city. That's Highland Springs, Richmond, WCLM, 1450 AM. We're live today. Real Talk, Real Change. The 12 o'clock hour is right upon us. We're here a little bit early, so I hope you guys are strapping on your seatbelts, tuned in, and ready to go. Because we're ready to have a great show today. Started our new time slot on Tuesday. We're back again, ready to kick this thing up to another level. Man, there's so much going on right now. We got a lot to talk about. But again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Real Talk, Real Change. Wild Walter on the ones and twos holding it down over there. Say hello again, Wild Walter.
Hello again, Wild Walter.
All right, that's enough. Now you sit back, turn your mic off. Wild Walter, wow, he's wild.
Wow.
He really is. Oh, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy out there in the atmosphere right now, man. The air is thick.
Yeah.
You realize that?
Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The air is very, very thick.
The spirit of the Antichrist is rolling.
Oh, you taking us to a way. I mean, you going real deep with it right off the top.
Straight truth.
All right. Well, let's do this first, man, before
we
get this thing going. You guys want to call us up. Try 804-231-7685. That's 804-231-7685. If you want to give us a call on the hotline, the lines are open, and this is a call-in show. So if you feel the need to let your voice be heard, let your voice be heard. I mean, come on, give us a shout out and give the people a shout out. Show them some love.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, we might want to. I don't know. I may have to talk to them about that Wednesday spot, because but you know what? The next week on Monday is the last debate, and we get to follow that up on Tuesday.
Yeah. By the way, how did you like this man?
Well, I will say.
I know we're gonna get to it, but
we definitely gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But let me say this.
Yeah.
Lord, my church gonna kill me, so I can't say it the way I want to say it. Well, technically, the word donkey means the same thing.
Yeah, donkey. Yeah.
Mitt Romney is a complete donkey.
Jack.
With a jack in front of it.
Yeah.
I mean, man, listen, bro.
You don't get it.
I understand that, people out there have their different worldviews and perspectives in the political arena of ideas. I know y'all do. But that man is a butthole, man. I mean, the whole time he talked, I kept asking myself, is that somebody you want in the White House?
Thank you.
He is the most snooty, uppity, self-righteous,
selfish,
Jack Donkey I've ever seen.
Yes, sir.
That's for my church family.
And look.
So y'all calm down. I kept it right.
Let me give you a bit of prophecy. The next debate, I prophesied that since he's so worried about state of Massachusetts.
You prophesying now.
I'm prophesying.
Okay.
You said, well, you heard from Wild Man first. The next debate, he's going to clearly be put in his place and be asked, well, why don't you just go back to Massachusetts?
Well, I mean, he got put in his place. We ain't got to wait for the next one. Hold on, man.
He stayed on 4 years.
Let me tell you something.
Of the last 4 years of Obama. And when the whole thing that's been going on for decades.
Well, let me put a question out there, too, for the people. While we're pondering and while we're milling through this first segment of the show.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that. I know every talk show in the world and Twitter and Facebook, the blogosphere, everybody's lit up over this. Again, the air is thick out there, man. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's lit up over it. But while we're milling, I want to ask y'all the question: can you reason with unreasonable people?
No.
Okay, because I know some of y'all been on Facebook, and you know what? I even had to shut myself down. I got a friend of mine who I went to school with, and I had to catch myself because I ain't feel the love, man.
Yeah.
When I was talking to him, I played ball with this brother, football, and we had classes together. He was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He said he saw the light.
And who?
Somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know.
Want a flashlight?
Want a flashlight.
All right. Okay.
We played ball, so maybe it's the white light. I call it the white light. You take a good hit. You know, you black out for that moment and you get that flash.
Just get that flash, yeah.
You get the flash.
The afterburn.
Maybe that's what messed him up.
Yeah, the afterburn.
Because the boy is off. He's off. But the reason why I'm saying this, man, is because I find that a lot of conservatives are so unreasonable to talk to. And, I mean, I'll give you a good example. Audience, y'all listen to this. And again, you guys can feel free to let me know how you feel. That's 804-231-7685. 804-231-7685. But this brother claimed victory the other night, along with thousands and millions of his counterparts. Now, here's what I'm saying to the conservative world out there. How is it that the Democrats got it handed to them a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
And everybody claimed it for what it was.
Yeah.
We all said the president didn't show up for that debate. Romney's old self-righteous tail got dealt with the other day. And not one conservative that I know, I could be wrong, has stood up and said, we took a buck with him.
Yeah.
We took it on the chin.
They can't take it.
Why? This is my question to the audience out there. Why is it that conservatives can't take one on the chin? What is it about a person that they have to be so right about something?
All the time.
All the time. That even when wrong, slept with them the night before.
Yeah. And they put wrong on as a
and got on top.
Yeah.
Okay, I went too far with that. That didn't come out right, people.
On top of the sheet.
On top of the covers.
Yeah.
Wrong was in the bed. Wrong got up and cooked breakfast.
Yeah.
Wrong did the do. But you still say there's no wrong in my house. What is wrong with conservatives, man? I'm waiting on somebody to call me and tell me that. I want to know what's wrong with them. I mean, again, we took a L, man. We did.
Let's talk about it, okay?
We took a loss on that first one. Some people say it was a setup, and I still question it. It could have been. But needless to say, it was an unnecessary setup if it was.
Well, you know, I was saying the other day that you never lay your cards face up in the first debate. No way.
Yeah. I got that.
Coming from. It's strategy.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But I still say it was unnecessary. Yeah. He could have. Look, I come from a background. Call it. We got you, man. We're gonna get you on. But I come from a background when you got the enemy down.
Yeah.
You don't let them get back up.
Okay.
So, but if the president and his administration and his planners and the people who helped prepare him for those debates decided that that's the tactic they're going to use, they know something better than me.
But maybe they thought it was grace and mercy.
But the fact is, we were able to identify that he didn't do his normal thing. Romney got his tail handed to him Tuesday night.
Yes, he did.
Don't get it twisted, people.
In a clear plastic bag.
Okay, clear bag. He thought he was going in for the kill, and he went womp, womp, womp.
That's right.
Right in front of the United States of America. Call it, what you got to say? Help us out. Oh, we can see that.
Oh, true.
Something wrong with them people, man. Man, oh man, it was on there good, man. Yeah.
I know you did. And they will.
Oh man, come on.
Come on now.
It's worse though, and the president pointed that out. Yeah.
People need to understand that the reason that he went into Iraq, the United States has supported Iraq in their war against Iran.
Okay.
They need to understand the big picture. They understand in front of Congress of the United States. See a broadcast on national television and say, these people have weapons of mass destruction. We need to go to war.
Right.
Critical people think that total power is bad and think there's things. But he grew with Iraq.
Well, see, we got somebody with some sense on this other line, man.
Yes, sir.
I hear you, brother. you know what you're talking about, too. Right. Hey, Sir, we're losing you, buddy. Oh, I think we lost him. Okay. Call us back, man. 804-231-7685. 804-231-7685. Sorry, we lost him, man. He was making some sense, though.
Yeah, he's probably in transition and probably went in the dead spot.
Yeah.
And look, Lamar,
Yeah.
on his point, it's another thing. I saw first thing this morning when Romney was hollering about they did in Massachusetts and they went and petitioned people to bring them files of women so they can put them back to work.
Mm-hmm.
The lady that was in charge of that whole organization called him a bald-faced liar this morning. He said after he was in office, they went to him with the files. He didn't ask for them at all. He didn't request them at all.
Brother, let me tell you, I am far from surprised. I believe we got the caller back. Welcome to Real Talk Real Change. What's on your mind?
You got the Grinch.
Okay, great. Go ahead, buddy. What's up, man?
Oh, Lord.
You ain't right for that one, man.
Only from the Grinch.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Woo!
You started with that jack.
Wow. To the other caller, man, if you want to hit us back up again, that's 804-231-7685. We lost the call there. But, yeah, I mean, I guess different people have a different way of expressing what they saw and the perspective on what they saw. And so he said, that's interesting. But all in all, and I think we can all agree on this, man. It was an embarrassment to the conservative platform.
Right.
And the fact that they are so delusional that they cannot stand to say, I even said when Biden was debating, I said Biden need to calm the laughing. Ask my wife.
Yeah.
She will tell you. I stood right in front of that television. Yeah. I said Biden is doing good except for all that laughing.
Yeah.
See, that's a reasonable person.
Like it's a joke, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, this is a serious situation you in right now, man. Stop the laughing, dude. It's too much. All right, well, let's take the caller back. Welcome back, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now, the last thing about Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Biden
Mm-hmm.
is a strong man. I said a strong man.
Yep.
He keeps a lot of stuff off the president of the United States because he's been there for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know the game.
Yeah.
You know the ropes.
Okay? Now, that president got swag with him. That's hard for a conservative to deal with. To have somebody as intelligent and as proud as this man is, and wants to point this country in the right direction.
Now, how much of this do you think his ethnicity? And I know everybody said, well, he had a white mom. We all know that, but I mean, he identifies himself as an African American.
I don't like to go there,
Okay.
but too much is going on in the Congress of the United States that it should be obvious to everybody that's involved that the issue is not as real as ugly here again.
Right.
I don't care who gets the job done. Mexico, that Latino, Puerto Rican, Muslim, or whatever. If you just happen to be a fellow person of color, and you can get the job done, let them do it.
Get it done.
Well, that's a reasonable mind talking, though.
See, because what's going to happen, and it's already been proven in the paper, white folks are going to come have faith. And you're going to be there. Well, I wonder what's going to happen when they become black folks just got brought down by the Mexicans a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we in third place right now. But what's happening is black folks, Mexicans.
Are you counting all our brothers on lockdown when you talk about that, man?
Oh, yeah, hey, man.
I know the statistics on it. It's 13.8% black and I think 15.23, something like that, Latino. But there's some variables in there, trust me.
What's going to happen when that stronghold takes force? You're going to have more influential people of color than you are of the Caucasian race.
Right.
I mean,
Hey.
we just see that out last time.
But the shift is happening now, and it's not so much based on, it's not totally ethnicity. A lot of it is ideology, because there's a lot of white people out there who got good sense, and it ain't based on their color. They just have good sense. They understand that the country you know, it's funny because I get into conversations with the first thing conservatives will talk about is the Constitution, and yeah, I mean, but the fact is the diversity, yeah.
And they talk about that Declaration of Independence, and the truth be told, most of them don't really understand.
That's exactly where I was going because if they did, hold on, brother, hold on. I'm gonna let you talk. Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish. I promise I will. But the thing, yeah, because I'm not being disrespectful. I promise. But the thing that I was trying to getting at with that point was exactly where you're going with it, which is if they understood, which I think that's where you're going. If they understood the Constitution, they would like the movement that's going on in this country right now, because the Constitution is what fostered it. Am I right?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Okay, all right.
What happens is, you know, they talk about that Second Amendment, which they have right to bear arms.
Yep.
You know, they're not trying to take the firearms out of respectable people. What they're trying to do is to keep it or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, it just needs tweaking a little bit. It needs a more thorough background.
Right.
Investigation and what we allow. See, Virginia is going to because we are what's called a small state. Anybody can talk about the state time.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All settled.
They got a clean background.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And over the whole time, the social time, no weapons go north or no weapons go south or whatever, they wind up in their own hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
But getting back to our president, I heard a gentleman of Caucasian ethnicity make a statement. He said, well, Barack Obama may be of enough color, but the one thing I do is trust him.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, when I heard somebody else say that made me feel proud because he tells it like it is. And if there's any kind of way that he can put his stamp on it, he'll do it.
Right.
He won't mislead you. He will tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back in the current administration, Bill Clinton had everybody working.
Yeah.
So we didn't have this problem. Everybody had a job and one job.
Mm-hmm.
Then come 9 years, man, George Bush after he stole the election twice.
I give him at least one, but you can say twice. I mean, I would say the first one for sure. I think he actually won 2004 though.
Oh, he bought that one.
The first one though, they're very suspect, very very suspect. But 2004, I think he legitimately won that. After people had a different mindset at that time. I thought it was just as foolish, but you know.
If you look at the facts, the first one that was left from the Clinton he turned it all up in a couple of years.
Well, brother, listen, man. We appreciate you, man. But look, what people need to understand, as far as the economy is concerned, economics as a whole, there's always a lag behind. Once a policy or a system or institution is changed within our economic infrastructure, it's a lag behind. So there's never, and the stock market is the same way. There's always that lag behind, and people, so and the conservatives know that. But what we're starting to see now is a catch up. The catch up is happening now. Okay, and so that's how we getting that under 8%. That's how the housing market is bottomed out, and we're starting to see prices go up. So things are starting to move in that right direction, and it's just happening right at that time. And so the conservatives know it, man. And so the only thing that they went from it's not good enough to it's not fast enough, and if after November 7th they're gonna have to take a seat and shut up and say enough is enough. Okay, so yes sir.
1995, I bought a house in a nice subdivision.
Okay.
Paid $120,000 for it. 2006, I sold that house for $250,000.
That's nice.
Now, whoever bought that house would never be able to get their money out of it.
Right. Because the market had to bottom out. So if you came in, it had to bottom out.
It had to bottom out.
Right.
Had to bottom out. But you know what? Another thing I'm going to say is, Just make sure you vote Democratic.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Hey, caller.
Okay, like,
Hey, caller, hold on a second. What's your name?
I don't want to.
I mean, just first name.
Just Bill.
All right, Bill. I got your number. I'm gonna call you back after the show because I put up Lamar that we give him a ticket for presentation tomorrow night at VCU.
Hole in the Head documentary.
A documentary. And you got a free ticket if you would like to go. I'll call you back later and get all your.
Yeah, we'll talk about it throughout the show. So just keep tuning in, man. We'll get you some information, okay?
But I know who you are. All right.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir. That's if you're listening in, just tuning in, you listen to Real Talk, Real Change with WCLM 1450 AM on the AM dial. Live from Ustream. We got some Ustream people checking us out right now. The number to call us is 804-231-7685. I'm your host, Lamar Bowers. And we got my man
Walter
on the ones and twos holding it down. So give us a call, man. Interesting conversation, you know, and it's a needed discussion. Listen, man, you know, I just have a very, very difficult time with people that I just can't talk to.
Yeah.
Because you can't reason with them. And these same people, now we're going to take it to a spiritual level in a little bit. We got to.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can thump all you want, the word of God.
Yeah.
But, you know, and pick and choose all you want.
Right.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, and certain, and we talked about that on Tuesday, certain things, you know, if you claim you behind this one element of Scripture and then you deny the other part of it, then you deny the whole thing.
Right. Right.
I'm going to talk to y'all about that.
Add or take away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like Mormonism, they added big time.
They did real good.
They got a whole book.
Yeah, and they got a man for president.
But the evangelicals say he's a Christian too.
Yeah. Oh, no question.
We're going to deal with it. Hey, let's take the next call, though, man. Welcome to Real Talk, Real Change. What's on your mind? I'm glad to be back. What's up? Go for it. Wow.
Oh, wow. What a turn.
Hold on, she the 47%, brother.
Yeah.
I gotta holler at her. Okay, yeah, call me up, man.
Holla.
She in the 47%, but she loving them, huh?
Yeah.
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 But you don't want the jack donkey, do you? I try.
Just so happen he purple.
That's for my religious folk.
Yeah, he bruised. He's very well bruised.
My churchy people. Over church.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, what? How you think? How do you? But dealing with the debate, man. How do you think Romney came off to you?
I think Romney was lying about a lot of different issues.
Yeah.
I caught him when he said that he told his students to go and borrow money from his parents.
Yeah.
And that was out in the open, and it was seen on TV.
Right.
He was calling that lie as well.
Mm-hmm.
He stood up there and he started selling a little bit.
Yeah. He was sweating.
And I was so far as president, and everything that he was put up there lied to us, he came back on to him and told him. Exactly when he lied, he was on 60 Minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He saved 14% out of all his money. He saved 14%. Do you think that's right for somebody making $50,000 a year? He said, yeah.
Of course, man. Why would he say anything different?
Yeah. In fact, they got a new commercial on it now.
Yeah.
I saw it all night long.
But I enjoyed your show, and I'm so glad you're back because a lot of people need to be listening to this and get educated on this program.
You got it, man.
Go pick the right man because it ain't a thing about the politics. The man will do the job.
And
Yes,
the
sir.
spirit-
Take the stand for him.
That's right.
You got it, buddy.
And the spirit behind it.
Yeah, that's right. And we got to pray for him.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Hey, glad to be back. Thanks for calling, man.
I
All
go
right.
back to
All right. I tell you, that's all right, man. 804-231-7685, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, just hypocrisy, man. Hypocrisy. Lies and full of hypocrisy.
Yeah.
It is what it. And like I said, I call things like I see it on both sides. You know, if it's something going on the Democrat side that don't smell right to me, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why this show is called Real Talk, Real Change. You know,
That's
you
right.
can't play favorites and all that. Listen, But the buffoonery that I'm seeing,
Joking or what?
yeah, that's I pulled that out
Okay.
from back in the day. That's to the people that's starting to listen that remember us from our last slot that we
That's
were
right.
in last
That's
year,
right.
you know, showing them some love.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, but I'm being serious to a certain degree because I'm like, man, you know, just what does it cost you
Right.
to tell the truth
Right.
and to be honest
Yeah. And stand on it.
and stand on it?
Yeah.
What does it cost a man to? You're not. I think people who do that have a serious insecurity. People who cannot say I'm wrong about something. You just really insecure within yourself.
That's right.
That's called being self-righteous, man.
Self-righteous.
Well, we're gonna talk about that Romney Mormon thing
And
too.
a liar.
I want to deal with that Book of the Mormons.
Let's take the call out.
All right. Welcome to Real Talk, Real Change. What's on your mind? How may I help you? Yes. Okay. Help us out. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you, brother, listen, there's some good examples of what you're talking about. Actually, one of them is his outreach to the Muslim world. That the conservatives took that and drug it in the mud. And really what it was actually a very Christ-like biblical principle that he was demonstrating. When he spoke to the Muslim world, he was basically saying to you, for those of you who are decent people, we may not all agree with the tenets of your faith, but we respect it.
That's right.
And we honor. And the conservatives with their old self-righteous behinds took that and ran it in the ground. And now these are Bible thumpers now. These are the ones who say they love God. And they got the monopoly on Jesus Christ. The very ones who deny the spirit of Jesus Christ claim to have it.
Yeah.
Because if you had his spirit, you would be on the front lines talking about we need to love these Muslims too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, but watch this, brother. To talk to about your point. If he was so, leading from behind and all this other stuff, they say, why is it that this man has led the charge in taking out Muslim extremists? I've seen more number ones and twos get taken out in the last 4 years and in the last 10 since 9/11. I mean, every time you turn the news on, the number one. I mean, how many number ones do these people have? Because every time I watch, one of them is getting taken out by a drone attack.
At home.
So, I mean, y'all need to stop faking conservatives. You got nothing. I ain't mean to do that to you, brother. Okay. You got it. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Well, I like when the first debate when Romney said he understands his insurance and his health care.
Yeah.
You out your daggone mind, man. You talking about you understand somebody. You don't. So out of touch, man. You don't understand. Okay. Brother, you are a testimony, and I can tell you I got one almost the same. Hey, bless you. Thanks for your call, man. Thank you. 804-231-7685. You're listening to Real Talk, Real Change. I'm your host, Lamar Bowers, and we got Wild Walter on the ones and twos holding it down. Man, wow. I mean, he talked about that Obama. I got a testimony with that myself.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
For the first time in the history of me applying for health insurance, I got it in 2 weeks.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, at one time it cost me double what they charge, for personal insurance.
Right.
And This time around, even with a child with a disorder that normally they would look at for months, trying to figure out when his last appointments was from 2000 and this and 2000 and that, they didn't do any of that.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me this is not going to have a positive, pervasive effect on the economy.
Mm.
And in 2014, even more regulations come down the pipe that's going to help a lot of families out.
That's good.
So, but they'll say that's a handout. But all right, come on, y'all say what it is. But listen, the fact still remains.
Mm-hmm.
You got nothing.
No.
I want to hear from some conservatives too. We can keep the other calls coming. We take all people.
Do you really think with my hoarse voice you'll hear from conservatives today?
We've had them to call before.
I know, but today they still licking their wounds.
Yeah. They don't lick their wounds, man.
I'll tell you what, they know they got them.
They limp with them.
They limp with them.
With pus coming out and everything.
Yeah, and hold his chest up.
And still walk upright like ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Brother, you bleeding.
Yeah.
Clean it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
But man, listen, that Mormon thing, man, I have got to. I want to ask you guys about that because again, I'm perplexed. How is it that you support one aspect of Scripture and righteousness, and then when it comes to
you got a comment?
An aspect that
Right.
totally rejects the Word of God, totally, you accept it. What's really behind your message?
Yeah.
I like to pull the covers off sometimes, man. Some people just walking around mad. That's what a hypocrite is.
Yeah.
One who wears a mask.
Well, Lamar, I got a aspect on that too. A point on that aspect. A lot of people believe
aspect on that point.
Or vice versa.
Which School of Hard Knocks people.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That hurts. Yeah. But no, seriously though, a lot of people believe in God or something greater than you and I.
Mm-hmm.
But how many other people give credit to Jesus Christ and His finished work?
The finished work, not the Book of the Mormon.
The finished work.
Because I don't know.
The victory.
That's what when they come to my door, they don't have the scriptures. They got the book.
Yeah, and it's weekly.
Of Joseph Smith.
And they're like the other people. They have weekly publications to suit their needs for their week.
Yeah, my wife could call in and tell you a little something about how I talk to those folks when they come. I respect them. I do. I show them love.
Because at least they believe in something.
Yeah.
Call them.
Hey, welcome to Real Talk, Real Change. Caller, what's on your mind? Hey, what's up, brother? You all right, man? You getting out of surgery or something? I mean, you okay?
Hey, brother.
You what?
Cerebral palsy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Please forgive me for that, brother. I stand corrected in front of my audience. I had to make sure I tell you what I was doing so you can this can be clarified. Sometimes people will call my show and they got ulterior motives.
Yeah.
And they will call me, saying one thing and really there's something else behind it. Brother, please forgive me. Lord, forgive me, and all that above. You continue to say what you need to say. Yes.
All right.
Right. He does. He does. Absolutely. And are you referencing what you saw during the debate? Right. And he's going to get smashed on that. I'm with you 100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. You're going to be, I'm sure you're going to be tuned in. Hey, brother. I hear you, man. Listen, we appreciate you. We love you, man. And listen, I apologize again. That was totally not meant to be taken out of context. And I thank you for understanding, okay? Call us back, man. We appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, and audience, again, y'all got to understand, because we have had issues in the past.
Right. Called and disguised.
Right. Yeah, man. That's why I was like, hold on. What's going on?
In fact, he sounded like one of the guys used to play with us all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, that just, I hate to have to qualify things, but no, we love that brother, man, and pray for him.
He made valid. Very valid.
Absolutely. And you can call, too, and do the same. 804-231-7685. You're listening to Real Talk, Real Change. I'm your host, Lamar Bowers. We're here for another half an hour. Walter, we're going to take them out a little bit and catch some, get a couple spots running.
Right.
Listen, y'all think about this thing for a second. Don't go nowhere, because we're not going nowhere. We'll be back.
You got me down there.
Yo.
Man, 'cause
he got 7 calls already.
Yeah.
I picked it up after I heard.
We live too, bro.
Hello, Ustream. How y'all doing?
Music, food, free wine
Got another one.
and no youth area. And also,
Damn, please.
Sanjay Ron's
I don't disrespect anybody with disability.
Your Philly chocolate chip.
I've had some characters to call my show Ustream. I had to cover my bases.
CLM will be making appearances. So don't miss
Appreciate you guys, too.
Fantastic Festival, Saturday, October
Talking to my
20th,
Ustream audience.
13th Street,
Okay.
So much love for
Avenue,
you. Look good.
free admission and parking.
I
From
believe-
11 in the morning.
You look good on Ustream.
midnight.
You in the background.
You look good on Ustream.
Saturday, October the 20th.
This is the uncut Real Talk, Real Change. In between the clips, in between the commercial
BC
spots.
Department of African American Studies and the Urban League
Oh,
of Greater
yeah.
Richmond present a screening of the documentary on Pole in the Head. A panel discussion will follow the screening October 19th at 7 p.m.
Yeah, man, I didn't know if somebody was calling in to play around with us.
BCU 922
Lord have mercy.
$20 admission, $10 with student ID.
But yeah, most people that know me know that I am not that kind of person.
1420 Hall
Do
Street
stuff
on the
like
south side
that.
of Richmond, or call 804-321-1010 for
Zero
more
tolerance.
information. That's A Hole in the Head, a documentary, October 19th at 7 p.m. at the W.E. Singleton Center for the Performing Arts, DCU. Sponsored in part by Tanya Free and Friends and WCLM Radio.
This is Tanya Free. ABC News Senior Foreign Affairs correspondent Martha Radis is known for her tough reporting and now for her moderation of the vice presidential debate last week. She has received kudos from many of her colleagues, but has been criticized by conservatives for what they perceived as being biased against Paul Ryan. What do you think? How would you grade her performance? Check out the story and respond to this week's poll at TanyaFree.com and share your comments and opinions live on air Wednesday at 2 p.m. on Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show on WCLM 1450, streaming live on TanyaFree.com.
On air, online, and on point. Now open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 10 until 7 p.m. The Williamsburg
come on.
Road Super Flea Market at 3302 Williamsburg Road. We have new and gently used clothes, jewelry, furniture, glassware, collectibles, computers, stereos, TVs, cell phones, art, African clothing, barber and beauty shop, food and drink. We also do consignments for appliances, furniture, flat screens, tools, and more. Let us sell for you. Vendors wanted. Anyone can sell at the Williamsburg Road Super Flea Market. Do you know anyone who's looking to expand or start a business, open an additional location, or just clean out their garage or attic? Please let them know we have the lowest price spaces in the area. 10 by 10 indoor space for only $35 a weekend. Outdoor space special only $5. Reserve your space now. Call 804-222-2530. That's 804-222-2530. Now open the Williamsburg Road Super Flea Market.
Real talk, real change. It's real conversations about the social, political, and spiritual climate of today. Finally, a talk show that reaches out to the entire community. On air on WCLM 1450 AM. Online at www.realtalkrealchange.com. Real talk, real change. Keep it real, and let's see what happens.
Hi, we're Camp Diva Girls, and we love listening to Real Talk, Real Change.
Broadcasting live from Richmond, PA, worldwide. This is your funny man, comedian Elder Boss. You are now tuning in to Real Talk, Real Change with your host, Lamar Bowers. We're on the hand online and find families and individuals to the next level in Christ. So lend your ears, open your heart to a mighty move of God. Yo, E Breezy, you with me? Grace the Empress. Let's go!
Real talk, real change. This life's no game. Everything you do, it counts. Trying to help a brother out. Real talk, real change.
And we're back. Welcome to the program. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Real Talk, Real Change. I'm your host, Lamar Bowers. This is WCLM, the heart and soul of the city. That's on your 1450 AM dial. If you're listening by air, we do have a phone call on the line. The wait is so patiently during the break. Let's hurry up and get him or her on the line. Welcome to Real Talk, Real Change. What's on your mind?
What's happening, brother? How y'all doing?
We're doing good. How you doing?
Yeah, I do what I do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to do something.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
do.
Okay. What you got for
I
us?
ain't messing with that one.
Let's see. I just turned you on. I wasn't able to catch the exact subject, but it had something to do with the debate, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we've been talking about a number of things in regards to this the political climate right now, what's going on out there. The common theme has been the conservative platform and how ridiculous it is to not admit when things didn't necessarily go your way, or when you might be wrong about something, whether it's policy, whether it's a debate, whether it's ideologically, whatever it is, you know, they seem to lack this ability to reason with the common people, man, and they seem to be a little bit out of touch. So that's
Not so much that
help me out.
They're out of touch as it is that they've created their own alternate reality.
Oh, that's okay.
And this showed itself to be very blatantly true. Excuse me. Because Romney, he now he wants to talk about the whole situation in Benghazi, and the conservative radio and cable TV outlet has been using the same, I guess, framework with that situation that they do talking about Obama's been out apologizing and all of this kind of stuff.
Right.
Now, from what I understand, Obama has not visited Vietnam and apologized. He hasn't gone to the Dominican Republic and apologized. He has not gone to Nicaragua, Panama, or Ecuador and apologized.
Right.
So, in those places, do need or deserve an apology from the United States based on what our country has done there, covert and overt.
You can make an argument for that. Yep.
I would love to challenge, but let me get past that for 1 second.
Okay.
Now, the whole thing with Benghazi, in the conservative alternate reality world, they talked about how Obama has not used the word Islamic terrorist and so on and so on. They then ran the fabrication that he never called it an act of terror. So when Romney showed up talking about he didn't even refer to it as an act of terror 2 days later, no. He referred to it as an act of terror the very next day, and that lie had to be called out by the moderator who does live in the real world.
Yes.
So the right-wing machine, caused Romney to cut his own throat on that.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Obama did slap him down throughout the whole night, but he did not mention it. I don't know if he didn't do so because he wasn't aware. But there's a situation in Illinois involving or concerning a company called Sensata. They make sensors for cars. Bain Capital has been running Sensata, I want to say, since 2006.
Yep.
They are in the process now
That's
of
right.
shipping that whole facility piece by piece to China, and the current American workers have been tasked with having trained Chinese nationals brought in to learn their job, so that when they get sent back to China, they'll know what to do.
Right.
Why he didn't bring that up, I don't know. You may not have known about it, or that may have been, I guess, considered, under the belt. But I would have definitely let that be known. As a matter of fact, I would go there and do a rally at that place to talk about these folks here are about to be unemployed the day of, the day before, the day after the election. These are the people that I'm fighting for, and these are people whose jobs are being sent away by Mitt Romney's former company, of which he's going to make money off of this deal once it's done.
Well, brother, I will say to you, stay tuned, because I think what you're talking about, as far as what you think should happen is starting to happen, and it's going to continue to happen. And so pay attention to, especially the liberal media outlets, and watch what's going on with that, because you're going to start seeing them at the scene of a lot of those protests going down at that same plant that same institution you're talking about. By the workers are protesting, and you'll see that on your television set. You better believe it, buddy. So you stay tuned.
Broadcasting it from their live Friday.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. So, and there's going to be more to come, But I would say this about the president, man. I do think that he's a tactician. I think that he understands the flow of politics, and so I don't think he left that out by accident. Just like I don't think he left out the 47% during the first debate by accident and saved it for the very last word in the second debate. This man is a brilliant politician, and he will walk the dog, believe me.
Now the next debate is going to be about foreign policy.
Yeah.
And Romney has always put himself to be, not living. Anytime Colin Powell is on TV talking about, fake myth. Russia's not our biggest geopolitical.
You got me laughing because I just watched that clip a couple of weeks ago, man. It was funny.
One last thing that's about to come out. There's a guy named Jerome Corsi. He is he used to work for WorldNet Daily. Now, he's created a whole bunch of fabrications about the president. The latest one is that somehow Barack Obama is a married homosexual.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Oh.
Now, and he was on Romney's plane, I think, yesterday. So I don't know what this fabrication is leading up to or what this meeting is leading up to. But it's really funny to see how it goes down now.
Hey, man, I appreciate your call, man. Make some interesting points. Good stuff.
All right, brother,
You got it. Yes, sir. Telephone number is 804-231-7685. Wow,
Boy,
keep it coming.
You're over a can today, buddy.
231-7685. Listen, the conservative right-wing element that comes up with these conspiracy theories, man, it's mind-blowing.
I believe it.
And they have done nothing short of tried everything they can to discredit the president's very existence as a human being. I think the next one right before the day of the debate is that President Obama is from planet Xeon, and his mama, in fact, wasn't white, but she was an alien with light skin who transformed into a white woman and came to Earth and gave birth.
That's not. Hey, look,
Dude, that's what's coming next, man.
Look,
these people are outrageous, man.
There's nowhere listed anything of this type in the Bible. Holy Bible. 16 version. All right.
Okay.
All right. Aliens.
I'm just saying that's what's coming from the right wing.
Yeah, I know.
The next move is the man is not even from the planet.
Well,
y'all got an imposter, is what they say in the White House.
We know what they really mean.
Oh man,
they probably really mean that he's not of the world, although he's in the world. We gotta call him.
Real talk, real change. Welcome to the show. What's on your mind?
Hey, I am a black conservative listening to your show. So,
Tell me something. Educate me, bro.
I will educate you.
I'm waiting.
We have a black president, and we were voting for a black president to help blacks.
You were voting for a black president to help blacks, but keep going.
I mean, come on. I mean, you know, that's what we want a black.
No, man, you can talk, brother. You got it, man. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And so, if so, why is the unemployment rate the highest it's been in years for blacks and Latinos?
Sir, if you go back and look at the disparities between blacks and whites in the workforce, there's nothing changed as far as the percentage numbers. From one spectrum to the next. Only thing that changed is unemployment went up for everybody, that including white folks. So who else you gonna think it's gonna go up for?
No, it didn't. It went up for blacks. It went up for blacks.
Sir, you're saying that unemployment did not go up for white people either.
I'm looking at the statistics.
Tell me about the statistics from 5% unemployment to overall 7%. You're gonna say white people have not been affected by that.
White races were 7.6%. Adult men and women 7.3%. Teenagers 24%. Whites were 7.2%. I'm sorry. Blacks were 14.1%. Hispanics 10%.
Right.
So little things since August. The job rate for AIDS is 5%.
Yeah.
But it went up. It didn't go down.
Give me your dates, man. Stop telling me it went up.
You tell me.
They want to. When you get down to the facts, they'll never want to do it. Give me your dates, man.
Who compiles these statistics?
That's my date.
Oh, okay, you're not gonna give me the date of your sample size when it happened.
When you got elected?
To now. Because I can tell you exactly what the unemployment rate was before.
What it is now, man.
I know what it is now as a collective whole. 7.8. Yeah, you know what it is too.
But for blacks, it's 14.1.
Sir, do you understand that there was a study? I want to say it was either Harvard or Yale, and I posted it on my Facebook. It was like a year and a half ago because I had another concern. Listen, brother. I'm
asking you a question.
Well, first of all, this is how the format works here. You call in. I give you time to talk, which is very good of me because, we do kind of earn a right to talk on our talk show. Okay. Now, and I respect you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now I'm going to take my time to talk. Okay, then I'm going to give you some time to talk. How's that sound?
That's
okay.
Fair.
Okay, now here's the deal, brother. There was a study put out. If you Google it, I want to say it was Yale University, but they talked about how from that study, they found that it was not, in fact, because of the president or specifically directly because of the president that black unemployment rate goes up in a recession. But they found that the demographic as far as who has the monopoly and who owns the majority of corporate America and what they look like and what they tend to bring in into their businesses. And history tells us that black folks, especially black males, I took that course, one of my favorite courses at Virginia Union University. we've always been at the very bottom of that pile. So they pointed out how it was a natural course that when America gets into a recession, it has nothing to do with the president not looking out for black people, but it has more to do with the attitudes, the hiring practice of the businesses. You can't make them hire black folks, and you sure can't make them hire somebody with a felony. And we know that there's a pervasive problem in our community of nonviolent offenders being convicted 10 times over and not having that opportunity. So, brother, I mean, there's so many variables and so many loopholes in what you're talking about, but go ahead.
Okay, all right, now. But you get all these things, but when you have a president that comes into office, you expect him to help change the policy.
Right.
It's not so much about who they want to hire,
okay,
but making it easier for blacks to be hired. Another thing I want to jump on, too,
okay,
why do conservatives want to be independent thinkers and go Republican? Why are conservative blacks ostracized? And a good example, Miss Dash, I think it was. Why are black conservatives always pounded upon when they want to be independent thinkers?
Brother, because you're not independent thinkers.
I think, wait a minute, over there, I was talking this time.
Come on, man.
The history of the Republican Party was that it started because that they were abolitionists. And the Ku Klux
That's not your party
Klan
today, sir. It's not. Go ahead.
I was talking to you. It only changed when Martin Luther King came into being, and because of the Kennedy-Martin Luther King relationship, all Democrats switched over. But the civil rights movement, the civil rights policies and laws were passed.
That's why I switched over?
Let me finish.
Strom Thurmond doesn't ring a bell?
Republicans. Can you tell me any civil rights laws that the Democrats have passed ever? Is there one?
I can tell you that at that time, and you just named one.
Civil rights law that the Democrats have passed.
Sir, you just that was a bipartisan effort back then. Which
remember now, all the Democrats were in the South.
There was that's not true. That is not true. There were Northern Democrats during that time as well. They were Northern. Now that Kennedy sect, where do you think they came from, sir? These were liberal Democrats in the North. You need to go back on Google, Yahoo, man. You're educated. You're a free thinker. Then go back and get your facts right, man. They were Northern liberal Democrats.
Democrats shooting for black people.
They were not all Democrats shooting for black folks. They were at that time. You had Southern Democrats, Sir.
Republican Party.
Sir, I gave you a good run, man. I did. No, I'm not gonna hang up on you. I'm not gonna do that. But sir, no, we don't do that here. But we got a reason together, because at that time you were right. There was a majority states' rights Southern conservative platform that was for slavery. Now, there was a lot of shakeups going on during that time. You spoke of only one. I can tell you about another in 1948, which is what caused several, it led up to the 60s, which is where your transition takes place, which is what caused several within your platform, your element, to defect from your party. Now, it wasn't the majority of the party that defected. I know this, but you had some very loud voices who defected. And the reason why is because there were people in their party that did not subscribe to the states' rights platform. So that whole platform, after 1965 going into 1970, changed over to the Grand Old Party, which is where you belong now. Yourself is now embedded in a party that sought to keep you from getting on my show and speak your voice. Do you understand that?
I don't agree with you.
You don't have to agree. The facts are there. Go ahead, man.
The Republican Party started out for the free blacks.
That is not true. You have your historical facts. They were not abolitionists first. They were for a more stronger union first. And it just so happened that the South monopolized slavery through the Southern Democrat Party, through the Ku Klux Klan. They monopolized it. Through the Democrats. You're right, Southern Democrats. I know my history, sir. And what they...
I know a little bit too.
You know a little bit, but you need to get caught up to speed a little bit more. Because here's the... I'm not trying to be disrespectful, sir. You got to go back and research this. Abraham Lincoln himself said that, and you go back and check this behind me, sir. He said if I could form the Union without freeing the slaves, I would. Check behind me and see that he said. The reason, you can't because yeah. Well, see, you want to talk about the overall, but understand the overall, you have to delve into the nuts and bolts of it. And I can prove that the platform that you stand on now don't want to have nothing to do with you, and never had nothing to do with you.
The Democratic Party has something to do with you, sir.
I can tell you that you said the civil rights bill that was bipartisan. That you had Democrats and Republicans. Right.
I'm just saying that
it was.
Bill was put forth
you had elements in each party that disagreed and agreed. Okay, at that time. All right, I give you that much. But what I'm saying to you is this, sir. If you go back and check your facts, okay, the reason why most black people, and by the way, I'm an independent, sir. I don't claim a party.
You're not a Democrat.
No, I'm a free thinker. I'm what you claim to be. I actually went back and got the research.
You're putting your voice out there as though you are a black Democrat.
No. But I know this. When it comes to community block grants, when it comes to community revitalization, Hope 6 programs, when it comes to those things from 1970 up to now, the Democrats have pushed and sponsored those bills primarily. Republicans do not sponsor those types of bills. Now, you're right. There's some factors in there that need to be dealt with, okay? And I agree with you on that. I am a free thinker. Believe me, I am. Okay? So, but I'm an educated one. And I can talk to you about this stuff.
Okay.
You can't just come on my show talking about black folks don't like us because we free thinkers. Y'all are not free thinkers. If you were a free thinker, you would have gone back and done your research, man, and you would have found out that the message of state rights in your party platform is a message of segregation. It comes out of segregation. It was birthed out of segregation. It was breathed out of segregation. And you have decided to line yourself up with that party.
Let me ask you this, sister. Why were there, after the 1800s, why were there about 6 to 8 black congressmen that were Republicans? I happened to back in the 1800s, there were no Democrats that were black, and the Democrats kicked them out after the Democrat got majority.
We've already covered that part.
But you never mentioned that blacks were
during and after Reconstruction.
1800s.
But I also mentioned the fact. Okay, sir, I can reason with you on this because I also mentioned the fact that you are right about the Southern Democrat platform. That these were some racist people.
And you're
right about that.
When I hear blacks talk,
what are you?
As though there are no whites in the Democratic Party. That all Democrats were the whites that love them.
No, because you got them blue dog Democrats. I can reason with you, man.
But that's not what you guys always.
No. Because you came at me. Listen to your opening commentary. Do you know what you said? You said you claim to be a free thinker. You called my show and you said that you don't understand why black people speak against y'all and da-da-da-da. I'm trying to explain it to you. Okay? Because I just did. You lined yourself up with a states' rights platform, man. If it was left up to them, you wouldn't be calling my show.
Look, what do you mean a states' rights platform?
Research it. Go do your homework, man. Listen, we gotta go, brother. I enjoy talking to you, though.
I see you do, man.
We up against the top of the hour.
Yeah, you are really right. Bye.
I guess we didn't do them right, huh? 804-231-7685. I want somebody to have a chance to respond to him before we get off this air.
I respect the conversation. I really do.
Yeah, no, I respect the brother. He can call back anytime he wants.
We got
but we bring the fire on Real Talk Real Change.
Yeah, and make sure you have your suitcase and book bag with you.
Pack a lunch, brother. We're going to take you to town on this joint. Welcome to Real Talk Real Change. What's on your mind?
I got to respond. I talked to you a little while ago.
Yes, sir.
President President's debate club. The brother that you just finished talking to.
He don't want to talk to me, man.
You need to research his history.
He needs to get it, man. He needs to get it in because he got one part, man. He got one part.
He got one part.
He got one part right.
He got that real good.
He got one minute part right.
Right.
And it's so small it doesn't make a difference. But the thing of it is, the Republican-controlled Congress of today has the lowest rating in the history of the country.
The new states' right party. That's what I call them. The new conservatives.
And you see,
I know my history.
When you call yourself conservative, Republican, or whatever, and you're a black man, you better know what the hell you're talking about.
You better.
Because
What they are trying to
And brother,
you remember that old bird machine?
yeah, you got. No disrespect, but you got to make it quick because we got like 60 seconds to get off there. We got Pastor Robert Scarborough coming up next. We want to make way for him. So go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if they could get it back to be the old bird machine, they would. But what's standing in the way now is black folk have awakened and they would exercise that power to vote. And it makes it better for everybody.
Yeah.
And that brother that calls himself a conservative Republican,
Yeah.
he need to do his research.
I tried to explain it to him. Brother, appreciate you, man. Much love to you and the brother that called before. We love him too. And we hope he calls us back. Hey, man, y'all been a blessing to us. Thank you so much. We're on next Tuesday. Same time, 12 to 1. And that's going to be right after the debate. So y'all know it's going to get hot up in here. But I had to take the brother to school a little bit, man. And he going to go back and research, and he going to find out that maybe something. I'm going to see if he's a reasonable conservative. We're going to see. Maybe he'll call me back with a little bit more of a level head. We don't hate you, man. We're a little bit confused. Voter suppression. Like I said, no real history from the 1970s up to now of anything being done. You talk about pull yourself up by the bootstrap, but you've offered no assistance. Nothing. We can talk about that liberal side of it too. He's right. There's some issues on that side, and we can address that as well. But folks, y'all know what time it is. It's time for us to get out of here and make way for the truth of the matter. My brother Robert Scarborough, he's coming on. We're coming to you live from WCLM. That's 1450 AM. I'm your host, Lamar Bowers, and we got
Wild Walter
on the ones and twos holding it down. Y'all know how I say it. Keep it real.
And see what happens.
We out.
Mom.